All right, so I this is one of these day reviews that I'm gonna record. So basically, um, just gonna review some of the things that I have done, um, or I should have done when I look back at today's trading. So I'm gonna assess some of the things that I did that were good, and some of the things that I did that were really poor. So, and some changes I am making in order to make sure I don't make these mistakes anymore. It's very clear that I am very trigger happy, and as a result, I'm over trading. So, upon review of everything that's happened today, of course, the market is closed. I'm realizing some things that have happened that if only I had just waited. And this is a recurring theme. So, for instance, one of the things that I have learned from the guy who I learned this approach to trading is always, well, first of all, don't be too hasty in taking trades at the open. Just because you haven't given price time to settle and even find a direction. Although the direction was correct, I just caught the trade in the middle of no man's land. So, for instance, now we talk about Apple. This is the origin, the high of the day, which was never breached, and this is no man's land. And of course, I jumped in here in my second trade. This is the first one I think I jumped in here. But even if you see jumping in here, you should always leave your stop at the high of day. And if you think about it, that is too high a stop. I didn't want to get in here because I don't know. I wasn't ready to risk the trade at that point. But in hindsight now, I think about it. This is probably if I'm not risking. See, normally I always risk 250. Maybe at this point, let me just risk $100 for my first trade. That should be fine. And if I'm risking $100, maybe I get, instead of getting say 20, 30 contracts, just get 5 to 10 contracts. 5, 10 contracts is 500 shares, which is still a lot. So I probably will risk less because, well, let me think about it now. If say I'm putting this, yeah, so my stop is 0.5, 0.5 into 100, that's 200 shares. So that would be 4 contracts. So if I'm only risking 4 contracts, 4 contracts would only cost me, I don't think it would cost me based on, I mean, of course, this is, the contracts have lost value, but based on, 138 times 4 would give me about $500. I would have spent $500, which for the initial trade of 100 contracts, and then taking this down to possibly over here. So, how many shares? 200 shares. No, what am I saying? 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 into $100 is, 200. So 200 times 1.4, that gives you about $300 odd. That is a lot better than, that's so much better than losing all that money. But the point is, that's just one trade. There's another one over here. Again, if I wanted to just take another 200 shares or 200 whatever, and we're only aiming for maybe this point, which is obviously this area here. So that again is another 200. So it's like almost $500 on this. I don't know if I would have gone this far with this, but the point being that we are in more control. Anyway, the point here I'm trying to make is, if this is indeed where I want to take the first trade, just take the thing and put your stop there, and you know that's what you're risking. This second one I can risk a bit more, because I have a clear defined stop. Maybe not even all this that high. You can even just put it about here, because I don't expect it to go any higher. Yeah, maybe what I could even do is just buy the first few contracts here, and then when it comes down and breaks this, you buy more, and then just move your stop here. And at which point, if it ever comes back, you just get out, because you don't want to lose, the VWAP is your first target, and head down. But you see, there are two very valid trades here, and this is just this. That was Tesla. I wasn't really looking at Tesla, but I remember when this happened. I remember this break, which I missed, but that's not the point. I mean, the wedge wasn't drawn and it's dangerous. So this exit, based on this risk, which is 4.1, I'm more inclined to risk a bit more, maybe again 200 on this one. So $200, I don't know, because as I think about it now, I would probably be in this, but $200 on this trade, which is divided by 4, so that's 50 shares. So one contract all the way up here. That would have been a beautiful trade, but I probably would have gotten out here, which is about 350, or even here. Yeah, 50 shares would have been, and that would have been good. So, and it's more controlled, and I'm not feeling tense. I'm not rushing like I am over here. Over here, I'm just following my standard routine, which is, all right, I'm just going to risk a bit of money here and see how it goes. And because I've set this as my risk, and just watch it, I'm not worried. See, now I've gone to a point where I'm not scared of losing that money. I used to be. And here's another one. I mean, this was just ripping through everything. But then when it got here, it stalled. I probably would not have taken it here, but maybe down here. And then just risked this bit, which is probably another $200. So maybe, or even 300. Well, I won't go up to 300. But point being that this is the same as this, I think. No, actually. Yeah, so if it's, let's just say 100 shares, for instance, now. No, 1,000 shares. So that would be almost $300 down to the VWAP. Another 300, so it's just 1-to-1. The thing, I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that there is a setup in every single thing that has been traded today. And I'm so stuck on just trading everything at the beginning. So I'm going to trade with paper money for maybe about 2 or 3 days, just to get back into this groove of perfecting this idea. Not focusing too much on this, or even if I do, I'm only taking very small size here. But most of everything will be based on intraday plays. So we go back to other Apple plays. I mean, some of them have been removed, but this would have been a good one. This will probably not have happened. This one is one I tried yesterday, which was very good in Sim, and this worked really well. And then this one was from demand, right? So yeah, this could be here. Yeah, this is from a demand area. So this could have been up to wherever. Coming down here, I guess one could risk again another $100 or something. What's this? Or even 250 or whatever. But as long as I get in an entry really early here, and if this is $100, I'm risking. So that's what, 0.29. Let's just say 0.2, just for whatever, or 0.25. Right. So 0.25 into 100 is 0.25 into 100. 0.25. So that's like 1 into 100 is 100. That's 400. 400 shares. And seeing this rip like this, 400 shares, that's about almost 800. Yeah, that's a really good trade. And maybe I'll probably get out at the break of this trend line somewhere here, or even here, maybe. Because that's really good wins already. Maybe even get in. I don't know. I don't like getting out. In fact, this is no man's land. Not really cool getting in here. But keeping these rolls are very important. Maybe if I do want to get in here, and I don't like getting in here because this could come out, I think it's best to get in at the break of this here, where the volume kind of comes in. And in which case, I would probably put a risk here. So in which case I'm saying, okay, I'm speculating on this. For a trade like this, I would only risk $100. I don't think it's worth risking more. And $100, 1.5 means 1.5 is 200 shares. So take 200 shares, aim for 2 to 1. So from 0.5, we're aiming to 1 maybe. Yeah, we got. So that's 200 shares, so times 1, so that's $200. So on this day alone, on Apple alone, we would have possibly made 200 and maybe 300 or something. So that's like $500 on this, and that's a really good day's work. If we go back, this particular one had no zones, so can't trade that one. I think I've removed all the zones here. This one, for instance, now can't take this. This double top is actually really good, because now we can even take this from here. They would say put their risk around here. So if I just did 0.5 again, risk 200, 0.5 into 200, that is 400 shares. Oh wow, there's actually a line. Here we go. And I think it's important that I do this line straight away. Once this happens, draw this line, and then just wait for price to come in here, and maybe just put a stop at a particular point. So if I'm doing 400 shares, I mean, look at this down here. You're getting a really good trade going. Yeah, getting a really good trade. Yeah. I need to perfect this. And I'm really thinking, I know I'm going to do it tomorrow, and it's going to be so amazing. I'm probably going to make so much paper money, and I'm going to go, why can't I trade like this? It's just a fact of life. It's just weird. This, for instance, now, this is the entry point here on this level. So you just mark this, the 5 minutes zone. And then since it's come here, you can now just wait for it to come out, just down here somewhere. Just play a certain number of shares if you want. Maybe when you could start off, you can always add. Nothing says you can't add, because you don't know what's happening. And I think once it crosses the VWAP, you can add some more, maybe another 100, another contract or two. So maybe you start with, say, I don't know, if this is your risk, right? And you're doing 0.25 for, say, $100 or $200. So that would be, I think, $100, 0.25. That's 400 shares. Okay, so maybe for $100, that's 200 shares. So you can add another 200 over there. So you would have 400 from here, and you can just kind of ride this down. Probably even get one. Just come back in. You probably get out at this point, because you probably get out. But then when it breaks the low of day, you have another entry. And I remember I used to trade like this when I was trading shares. You know, when I would have a trend day, and I was very good at it. But until one day I now made a really bad mistake. Here again, we don't have the entry point. Bond to VWAP, no, this is a very hard one to do, even though it's a day that has a lot. Yeah, it's a very hard one. Anyway, but the point I'm trying to make here is that there are entry points. I won't take this one, but I will take this one. There's an entry point here. Look at this, a lower high, a higher high, going up. This is actually a valid trade. I just don't know how you can catch these without looking at the 1 minute chart. Because there are people who trade these regularly. They wait and they know this is happening and they wait and they always trade. I mean, this is a double top here, double bottom. And I remember trading this and I remember seeing this could have gone up. So, because I know this is what is happening, it's wedging. When you see a channel, sometimes it actually gives you clues about what's going to happen. And I miss trading shares for this reason, because I remember I could just get in here, use DAS, and this is where DAS is great. It's a double bottom, get in here, risk say $100. So you got in here, for instance, now $100 is, oh gosh, what is 100? No point. Let's see. Let's say you risk $160, right? Just for simplicity. So that's 1,000 shares. So what are you hoping to get? And look at that. You're hoping for a 2-to-1 trade. So instead of 16 plus, so that's 32, and you have it there. So you have 360, and this is just this part of the market. I need to go back to shares, but that's what I want to do now. If I can get the shares back, I would do that. And then even doing it over here, I mean, look at this pullback, and then you have pullbacks. Just come on, dude. Why am I not? Look at this. Come on. Come on. This is easy peasy. Get in here, put your stop here, $100 or to $120, and look at that. This is no excuse. No excuse. I do want to trade 1 minute pullbacks and just trade $100 on each. But I'm not yet. I'm not there yet. Not there in the sense that I don't have the tools. I can't do it with Thinkorswim. It's just not quick enough for me. But otherwise, I mean, look at this one. Well, how many minutes was this? Yeah, there we go. This easy with shares, very easy with shares. You're risking what? Let's say 1,000 shares on this. So you put a risk of $260, for instance, now. And yeah, I mean, you have some really, I mean, I'm just looking at that and it's just, yeah. I'm going to get DAS working because I want to just trade shares now and just be going scalps. I mean, when I watch Thor's video and when he says he normally does like 10 trades, he gets 5R in a day. 5R. What that is saying is he's winning all his trades. If his R is $300 or even $500, 5R, that's like 2005 in a day. Or I don't know, but the point is you're getting 5R. One, you're able to measure your R, and two, you are able to get your targets, because I mean, it makes sense actually, because for me, I'm actually aiming for 4R in a day, and sometimes I do get it, but I know if I'm able to control my exits quickly. Right now, I'm not able to do it on this platform. It's not quick enough, or it just gives you too much room for slippage and all these issues. If I can just focus, that'll be great. I'm just doing that today. Let me actually have a look at NEO. There were just so many great setups that NEO rally today, of course. Oh wow, this wasn't today, was it? No, okay, I was wondering. I didn't plot any zones for NEO. Okay, here we go. All right, so we had a rejection of supply, so this would not have worked, but this worked. But I think I was already done at this point when I saw this. I would only do this with shares. Yeah, to sort of get in here. What is this? 0.7. So I wouldn't risk 1,000 shares on that. Let's just say one. So maybe risking $200 on that. And yeah, aiming for this. This is probably where I would get out. So 1-to-1. Yeah, I would probably get out here. And then if we have a break, get in again, because you can see we have a triangle. Supply and demand is great because it tells me where these things happen. The only issue is, like, now we have formed some sort of demand. The only issue is whenever I see a reaction like this, I get out. That's a bad thing. It's just, this is very bullish. And it's like, okay, it's time to get out. All right, so I just wanted to share this. There wasn't clearly, the only thing I could have done is just I wouldn't have gone in here because of what's happened here. But this would have been a good entry here, testing this point, because you can see the buyers are pushing. Yeah, testing this point and taking it up. So I'm going to wait till I have enough in my account to do some really good scalps. And yeah, I'm just going to, because right now I've converted my account back to margin. And I'm going to put in maybe another $8,000 into this account and just trade. I'm not going to go with full size in the first day. Just take it easy. Each trade, just manage risk. Maybe $50 for the first one and keep going up. And keep going up and up and up to the point where I'm comfortable, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my control of trades. I want to be able to control the trades. One of the great things I love about DAS is I can literally program. I can literally program these buttons, I can add more. I can say sell 30%, 50%. I can control these better and control my trades better than doing it the way I'm doing it. I can move things to break even. I can hit my, I just love the fact that, and it would fix my risk for me. It will, I just double click in an area and just get in, and it would just calculate number of shares. I don't need to worry or think about it. And if it's going against me, I can just get out real quick and not worry about it. It's actually really, really suits my personality so much better than what I'm currently using. I just now need to adapt my trading to this. But I can't use this for options. At least I haven't set it up for that. I want to be a lot more controlled. Yeah. I'd rather make consistently $500-$600 every day than trying to use an option to make 1,000 today, then lose 200 tomorrow, and then make 100 today. I'd rather just be more consistent and know that, okay, fine, at least this works, and I know we're getting somewhere with it. So anyway, the point is just focusing on, focusing on really good entries. I remember when I used to trade, I would even trade this, and I had no issue. I can't short switch shares on this, and I hate the fact that I can't, and it doesn't even tell you if you can. But this would have been a really good short. I can't short it, not with this broker. But guess what? We also have this as well, here. And we also have this. So even if it bounces off this, you can also go long, put your risk here. So just double click here. When it shows up, get in. And I would do that on the 1 minute just because I can watch the price action better. Here we go. So yeah, here we go. Double bottom. I'll take the view up off if I had to. Just double click here, get in, rip, in, out, next. And you have this consolidation, and I miss doing this so much. I miss doing this so much. Yeah, this consolidation here. Double click here, get in here, risk 100, aim for maybe 100 or 2, and then just get out. What do you have? 1.4. Yeah, you're in, double, fine, out. Because you have a double top, and then just scalp through. Like, wait for this, risk what, 50 or 100. So what is entries here? 2.5 up with 7.7, almost there. Yeah, get it. It all just works. But you have a top here, so this is not a good one. So and this is how you just scalp through. Just keep following it. When it breaks, double click, enter, and just follow. In fact, let me see how it looks on DAS if I just bring DAS over. This is Jumia. I could do it on Neo because I can short Neo, but I actually think it's best I focus on a stock that is not shortable, because then I can just have one direction. I just need to get used to using how do I zoom out? Oh, here we go. I need to fix the keys. Let's zoom out. Here we go. All right. Where are we? Here we go. So I remember, I think lines are shift, no, not shift L. How do I do, what's the hotkey? Hotkey for trend line. I set up these hotkeys for trend line. Okay, you've probably seen it, I can't see it. There we go. Shift T. All right. And I think horizontal line is, oh, come on. Where's the horizontal line? Okay, let's start again. There we go. Shift H. Why do I feel like that's also a key for something else? Shift H. Okay, works. Okay, remove. So Shift T, I could plot something like, oopsie, could plot something like this, and then just double click here, and then just go long, and it will just activate the trade. And I could just say, okay, sell, move stop to break even. When I feel like I've made some money, move on. Like, just scalp. Oh my God, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing this? Because it just seems so simple. You're in, you have a risk of maybe about 100. So I would say go long 100. And then when it gets, so if this is my risk, whatever this is, based on Thinkorswim, I calculated that to be, that is let's just say 0.5. Okay, so we're going long $100. We're scalping, we're aiming for 100 first, and then maybe here just sell. Yeah, and we've just made $100 just from that alone. Just keep going. Here's another one off the VWAP here, which is this one. Get in there, another 0.5, maybe another $100. Double click, and then yeah, at this point maybe coming out, might want to get out a bit, but I don't know. I just feel like I know myself. But anyway, look at that. Your $100 here, which is that, and then you are, well, so you're 0.5, right? So if you're risking, say 0.5, actually this is not the entry there. You're risking 0.5, and you are potentially making times three times R. That doesn't look, that looks more than three times. If it's 0.5 here, 0.5, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, so this is 3R. Okay, so $100, so that's like $300 already. So you've made like 400 just from two quick trades. Here again is another one, make another 100 or so. So you could potentially, this is great. So you're seeing consolidation there, choppy. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. Looking at this, you have this, and then you have this as well. So you just get in here. What is the risk? 0.5. And maybe, yeah, you might not make it. Anyway, 0.5, just another 100. But you could just be scalping 100 and 100 and 100. Do that 10 times, you made $1,000. It just seems so simple. Me myself, I could then now get exhausted. I now do scalp 300 and lose some money. Oh, we're at supply, I think. Anyway, so why can't I do this with Thinkorswim? I don't know. It's just not the same because I have to calculate risk and all that stuff. It's so much easier with DAS because I can just get in and out. All right, I just wanted to record that just to, what was the other thing I set up so I can just, what was the other thing? GIS I didn't set up. Oh, wow, yeah, I mean, I missed this anyway. I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. TKNG2 was big today. V was good, but that came back down, didn't it? Yeah, V came back down. I don't know why I did not plot a demand I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. AMD. No, it wasn't AMD. What was the other one I was thinking about? Snap was also very good today, but I didn't trade it. Yeah, I didn't trade it, but Snap was good. Just went through all the zones again. BA was good. Etsy. Yeah, I saw this. I think Etsy was over here, and I didn't want to jump in because I just thought that would be FOMO. But this one was the one that I should have, this setup was already here. This should have been something I took, but I did not. Well, I'm not upset. I mean, there's always going to be an opportunity tomorrow, always. Yeah, and I remember seeing the Head and Shoulders 1, 2, 3 inverse Head and Shoulders. This again, perfect entry. You can even risk here if you wanted to, $100 or whatever. What is 100? This is, yeah, so it's like 30 something shares. On Tesla, I'll probably risk a bit more. Yeah, I'll probably risk a bit more. So maybe write 50 shares. So here, risk $200. But yeah, 200. So then maybe 100 shares. Because yeah, you can do quick scalps, really good scalps with Tesla, and I can see how one could make good money. So anyway, so what we're going to do, as I said, is it's not clean price action, but what we're going to do is I am going to, I'm going to wait till this account is ready. Then but in the meantime, I'm just going to play with this. Tomorrow I'll do this. And then I'll also do some of this as well. Maybe tomorrow I'll do this, and then the day after I'll do some of this and see how it goes. And if I'm doing really well, then it will put me in a better position to, to start trading again with real money in with this approach. I mean, this as well, this was great. There were just this is 1 minute. That's why so many opportunities here. Like I'm just seeing this. I'm just like, yeah, just get it. But I can't short Tesla because my broker doesn't give me the opportunity to do that. I could do that with NIO, but not with Tesla. It's annoying because Tesla is one I want to, I'd love to short. I could do it with NVIDIA, I guess. I like a stock that moves to, you know, to short something like this and just get a quick scalp, like get in here, get out, like on this thing alone, just get in and out. All right, that was the recording. Bye.